Shri Radha Govinda and Srila Prabhupada welcomes you all for our Krishna book reading sessions. These courses are offered by ISKCON Mangaluru under the directions of His Grace Namanishta Prabhu, and these courses are based on the teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He is a founder Acharya of ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manodiktam Sthapita Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saha Gananagunatamitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Saha Ganalita Shri Vishakanitam Shri Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namne Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyari Pashyantya Deshadharini. Hare Krishna everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Bol. So let us quickly revise what we did yesterday and we'll continue from there. So, what was the chapter that we were seeing yesterday? Yeah, it's nice if everyone will turn on their videos. It's good to see people and tell, right? Then, or else it feels monotonous to me to just to tell to myself, isn't it? Please do turn on your videos if possible. All right. So, who was the friend of Krishna who came to Vrindavan? Thank you. Who was the friend who came to Vrindavan to carry the message of Krishna? Yeah, Vihan, everyone should tell to Vihan. Vihan missed yesterday, right? So others should tell Vihan. Tanya, you remember who was the friend of Krishna who came to Vrindavan yesterday?
Sudama?
No. Oh. Any other guesses? Oh, no. Yeah. Yes, Shanvita, you want to try?
Is it the second form of Krishna?
Who's that?
It's like
Manasi wants to try? No.
she's telling lion or a pig.
No.
It's like the second form of Krishna, but I forgot the name.
Yeah. I think Vihan knows it. Oh, yes, Vihan?
Uddhava?
Uddhava. Yeah. Did you guys remember now? Tanya, you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's Uddhava. So what we saw yesterday was Krishna. We saw the different expressions of Rajavasis. Why Krishna was actually in Mathura, right? Yesterday, one of Shanvita was asking like, Krishna is so powerful, then why can't Krishna be in Vrindavan also and Mathura also? Why he has to suffer Vrindavan Vasis, right? It's a very valid question. It's absolutely valid because the devotees of the Lord always want to be with Krishna. They don't want to be away from Krishna. So it's told that the expert devotees tell that Krishna was there in Vrindavan in his bhava form, in his as an emotion. So the Vrindavan Vasis were always thinking about Krishna by Leela Smaran, by remembering the pastimes of Krishna, 24/7, all the time. They were thinking about Krishna. So when Krishna was actually in Vrindavan, right? He, but apparently he's actually in Mathura. He's not in Vrindavan. All Nanda Maharaj and all the other Brajavasis, they all went to Vrindavan except Krishna. And so the reason is that one reason is now Krishna, after so long, he actually met his real parents, right? And they want to be with Krishna as well. So they want that privilege to be with Krishna, right? Because they're their real parents, Krishna's real parents. And the other thing is because Kamsa was dead, all the surrounding kingdoms, they're trying to attack Mathura. And they're trying to take over the kingdom of Mathura. So if Krishna is in Vrindavan, then there is a high threat that they attack Mathura and they steal everything from Mathura, and also they may attack Vrindavan, and which is not very good, right? So and Krishna is going to be a future king, so he has to learn many things, and he has to learn reformatory activities. He has to learn, like, he has to go to the the school, right? Sandipani Muni's ashram in Avantipura. So he has to do so many things. So with all these things in mind, Krishna, he stayed back in Mathura apparently, and all the other Brajavasis and Nanda Maharaj, they went back to Vrindavan. So it's been a while that Krishna is there in Mathura, because Krishna went to Sandipani Muni's ashram and he was there for 64 days and nights. It's like 2 months, right? So he was away from Vrindavan for about 2 months now. So Krishna, he came back to Mathura after his schooling, and then that's when Uddhava from Dwaraka, he comes up to see Krishna. He comes up to talk to Krishna, to take Krishna's darshan. And so when Uddhava comes to meet Krishna, Krishna immediately asks Uddhava to go to Vrindavan and tell the people in Vrindavan that I'll be coming soon. I know there'll be so much separation from me, and I need your support to go and help, or to go and let them know that I'll be there soon, right? So that was the request. And Uddhava, he goes to Vrindavan, and what will Uddhava see in Vrindavan? What are the first things that Uddhava saw in Vrindavan? The clue, you want clue? They're the four-legged animals. Uddhava first, when he went into Vrindavan, he saw something. Everywhere he was seeing that. Yes, Shanvita?
Cows?
Cows, right. Do you remember the color of the cows?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's like the Krishna's cow thing.
Yeah, color. What's the color of the cows?
They're like white.
White. Very good. Yeah, everywhere. He was seeing the calves, and like the bulls running after the cows, and the cows running after the calves, and everywhere the whole Vrindavan was just filled with white cows, and it was so pleasing for Uddhava to see that. And then he goes to Nanda Maharaj's house. He goes up to Nanda Maharaj, and then Nanda Maharaj, right? He's asking, how is Vasudev doing? Oh, what is that? It's the bamboo. Oh yeah. Today we are going to see this pastime we have. Okay. Yeah. So Krishna, sorry, Uddhava went to Nanda Maharaj, and Uddhava asked Nanda Maharaj, uh, Nanda Maharaj know that he came as the representative of Krishna or Vasudev. So first he asked about, as an etiquette, he asked about Vasudev. How is Vasudev doing? Who is Krishna's father? Right? And he was telling that Vasudev would be happy now because his sons are with him, and Kamsa is no more. So all the things are auspicious now. Everything is good for Vasudev. I hope Vasudev is doing well. And then he says, does even Krishna remember us? It's out of pain. It's out of separation from Krishna. He's asking such questions that, does Krishna even remember this poor father and mother who are there here, who are crying for him? And he's telling Krishna is such a wonderful boy. He's actually, he could be actually a demigod, and that was told by Gargamuni also, because uh, Nanda Maharaj doesn't want Krishna to be the supreme personality of Godhead, from whom everything comes, or from whom everything is emanating, and he's the one who is taking care of everyone. No, Nanda Maharaj wants Krishna to be his child. So he doesn't want Krishna to be the supreme controller. So he tells, yeah, maybe Krishna is some great demigod, but he's with us as our child, and we enjoy the pastimes. Here, this was the place where Krishna was doing this. This was the place where Krishna was like he was going to the pasturing grounds to feed the cows, right? So he was actually talking about different places, different pastimes, different activities of Krishna. And at a point, he was so overwhelmed with emotion, with ecstasy, that he could not speak. And beside him, Mother Yashoda was sitting, who was hearing all the things that Nanda Maharaj was talking, and she was crying incessantly. There was no stoppage. She was just in so much transcendental ecstasy. And by seeing both of their ecstasy, Buddha was so happy. And he's telling this is the highest ecstasy that one can experience when they're actually talking about, or when they're actually narrating about Krishna's pastimes, right? No, none of us feel anything when we're talking about Krishna's pastime. We won't cry, we won't do anything. But Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya are in that separation that they cannot talk, they're not eating, they're not doing anything except crying in separation from Krishna. So that's one piece. And then Nanda, and then Uddhava, he comes out, and then after discussing Nanda Maharaj and Uddhava, they discussed about Krishna whole night. And then in the morning, next day morning, the things happening in Vrindavan, the gopis, they woke up and they did Mangal Aarti, and then they started churning butter, and it's been like the generally Mangal Aarti is done 1.5 hours before the sunrise. It's usually at 4:30 in the morning, which is like 1.5 hours before sunrise. Usually the sunrise happens like 6. It depends on the place and time, but usually it's 6, and that's the we call that as Brahma Muhurta also, which is like 1.5 hours before sunrise, and which is very auspicious to do any spiritual practice, right? And so they offered the aarti, and then they started churning butter, and then they were looking so beautiful as they were described, and and when they were churning butter, when they were doing any activity, they were singing the glories of Krishna. And after sunrise, usually after sunrise, all the gopis, they're actually usually going to Nanda Maharaj's house to see both Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda. Yes, Chanvita, you have a question?
Well, you said the what is it called again? Like the milking or like something in 4 o'clock.
Turning run.
Yeah, that thing. Why do they only have traditionally do it on 4 o'clock? Is there like a story to it, or they just do it?
Yeah. The churning is, it's not like churning done at 4 a.m. The aarti, it's like the aarti for the Lord.
Okay.
It's like Mangal Aarti is the thing that we actually do like 1.5 hours before sunrise. It's like waking up the Lord. The first thing that we do after waking up is we take a shower, we take a bath, we clean ourselves, and then we actually wake up the Lord with Mangal Aarti. We are actually seeing the Lord in the early morning because that time is very auspicious and it has more sattva. You remember the 3 modes? What are the 3 modes? Who remember? I know Vihan knows that. Let me give chance to Soham. I know Soham also knows that. Soham, what are the 3 modes? Yes, Soham. Is Soham there?
Sataguna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna.
Yeah. Yeah, Manasvi also knows it?
No, we were just asking for a clue.
Oh, yeah. So Soham said it's Satvaguna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. In English, who will tell in English? Tanya, you want to try?
Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance.
Harry Bol. Yeah. So Sattva-guna is mode of goodness, Rajoguna is mode of passion, and Tamoguna is mode of ignorance. Early in the morning, right? Like 1.5 hours before sunrise at 4:30, the whole atmosphere is predominant with Sattva-guna, with mode of goodness. Now at 9 a.m. in the morning, you will be rushing to do something because Rajoguna is predominant in the nature. Now at 9, right? At night, when it's 10 o'clock, for me at least, when it's 9, I feel sleepy because Tamoguna is actually predominant in the nature. So if you don't want to sleep also, you automatically sleep, isn't it? What do you say, Manasvi? If you don't want to sleep also, you sleep at night, isn't it? Yes, right?
Yes.
Why? Because the Tamoguna is predominant. The nature is predominant with Tamoguna, is predominant with ignorance. So if we wake up 1.5 hours before the sunrise, which is called Brahma Muhurta, and if we offer the lamb to the Lord, it's so auspicious. It's because we actually imbibe the quality of more of goodness. At whatever stage we are, just by doing this, it gives us so much spiritual credit. And it's very, very beneficial for our spiritual practice. Yeah?
That's gonna be impossible for me because I would like sleep like 10 or 11, but I have to, unfortunately.
So you wake up by 6, 7?
I have to wake up at 6, but she wakes up at 7. Only during school days, because on Saturday, Sunday, we sleep like forever.
Yeah, that makes sense. For me, at least my schedule is like I sleep at 9 mostly, so I can get up by 4:10 or 4:20. So that, I mean, because I sleep at 9, so I'll have like 6.5 hours sleep. And that's very good. Usually from 9 to 12, it's like the best period to sleep because at this time, if you sleep for 1 hour, it's equal to 3 hours, right? So after 12, if you sleep for 1 hour, that's equal to 1 hour. Now, if you sleep from 1 to 6 for 6 hours, it's 6 hours. But if you sleep from 9 to 6, it's like 3, 3, 3. 6 hours plus 6 hours. It's 12 hours of sleep. That's a lot. So you cannot sleep till that time. You can just wake up by 4 if you sleep by 9. Yeah. Any other question?
How can you even wake up at that early time?
Yeah. I mean, because I would say it's only due to association. If I have to wake up, my mind will always tell me to sleep. Why are you waking up so early? It's okay, sleep, isn't it? But there are the group of devotees that we wake up at this time and we offer prayers to the Lord. So it's only because of association. I joined, like how you guys are joining the Zoom, right? So I also join Zoom in the morning. So that's how I try to be on time. Yeah. Yes, Manasvi, or shall you do? No, no? Okay. All on. So it's all about association. Now, why you're here in class, it's about association, isn't it? Because all the others are also there with you. It's enjoyable, isn't it? It's the same way. If you start doing that, you'll love that also. And that's so nice, actually. You'll actually love that the most if you start doing it. It just needs association, consistency, right? And then you'll be good at it. You can start with little. Try to wake up at 5:30 for some time and then get to 5 like that. It's okay if you take months also, but you can still try. Try for 5:30 and then 5 like that. Don't jump to 4 or 3 or 4:30 directly because it's difficult. Okay, we'll get back. So so then after sunrise, the gopis they're usually after Krishna left Vrindavan, right? So the gopis after the sunrise, they're going to Nanda Maharaj's house to just see both of them. Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda to just see whether they're okay, well, comfortable, or like that. So when they went to Nanda Maharaj's house, what they saw? They saw a chariot outside Nanda Maharaj's house. And then they were thinking, is it Akrura who came again? They were not so happy with Akrura because he took Krishna away from them. So they were little worried whether Akrura came again. And what else he want now? So then when they entered, they actually saw Uddhava, who was actually similar to Krishna. And he was thinking, who is this person? Who looks similar to Krishna? Right? And then they said, yeah, that's how the chapter ended. And now Uddhava, he goes up and talks to the gopis. So when they saw Uddhava, who was exactly or almost resembling like Krishna, and they understood that he would be a great devotee of Krishna because he had the bodily features of Krishna, which is just something wonderful, isn't it? So they were thinking he could be a great devotee of Krishna. So
Yeah.
so he was saying his arms are very his arms are long and his eyes are like lotus petals, and then he wore a garland of lotuses. He appeared like having he appeared like almost similar to the form of Krishna. And so when the gopis saw that Uddhava was representing Krishna, even the bodily features, they thought that this soul must be surrendered onto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who is this boy who looks just like Krishna? He has same eyes, like lotus petals, high raised nose, and beautiful face, and he's smiling in the same way. In all respects, he resembles Krishna. Shama Sundara, the beautiful blackish boy. He's even dressed exactly like Krishna. Where has this boy come from? Who is the fortunate girl who has him for her husband? Thus they talked among themselves, and they were very anxious to know about him because
Yeah.
they were simple, unsophisticated village girls. So they surrounded Uddhava. So they saw Uddhava, they talked among themselves, who is this person, and all those things. And then they came around Uddhava to talk with Uddhava. Right? And when the gopis understood that Uddhava he had a message from Krishna, they became so happy and called him to a secluded place because they don't want to be disturbed by anyone. Now if Uddhava is telling something and someone comes up and disturbs Uddhava, they don't want that. So they took Uddhava to a secluded place, and then they made Uddhava to sit, right? And then they made Uddhava to sit in a secluded place, and they started talking with Uddhava, right? Manasvi, who is the one that the gopis are talking with?
What was the question?
Who is the one that the gopis are talking now? Go ahead. Do you want any clue? He's Krishna's friend who was sent by Krishna.
What can I be?
Go ahead. Yeah.
What do you think it is?
Yeah, Sharita wants to try.
It was the one Krishna sent to the the place where it starts with the B. Brindavan, and the person that needed to inform about Krishna that he's gonna come there soon.
Yeah. I mean, who is the one talking with the gopis now? Actually, it's
I
not.
don't remember his name, but like he was the best friend that like went to Brindavan.
Yeah, he's Uddhava.
But I
Remember
forgot
the name.
his
He's one of the best devotees of Krishna. And actually, there's something called Uddhava Gita that we see in Srimad Bhagavatam. So he's one of the great exalted devotees of Krishna. It's it's actually worthy to remember his name. So he is Uddhava. So then gopis understood that Uddhava has a message. Now what happened? Uh, so they so they welcomed him, and knowing that he's the confidential associate of Krishna, and Krishna has sent him to Vrindavan, right? So they started talking with Uddhava. So they're telling even the great sages who have taken to the renounced order of life cannot give up family affection to the sent person. Sometimes they think of their family members. Krishna has therefore sent you to his father and mother. Otherwise, he has no further business in Vrindavan. Now he's in town. What does he have to know about Vrindavana village or the cows pasturing grounds? They are not at all useful for Krishna because he's not the man of city. So actually, in one sense, they're feeling their so they're telling that, oh, Uddhava, you came here because Krishna sent you, that he has his affection from his father and mother. So he has sent you to talk to his father and mother. And what else he has to do with Vrindavan? There is nothing much. Now Krishna is a town boy. So he no longer want to know much about village. So they're actually taunting a little bit. Uh, I mean, one sense they're sarcastic that Krishna has sent Buddha only for his father and mother and nothing else. And so they're continuing. Surely he has nothing to do with the persons who had happened to be who are not happened to be his family members. Friendship with those outside the family are as long as if there is some selfish interest. Otherwise, why wouldn't anyone bother about someone who is outside the family? Especially a person attached to the wives of others is interested in them as long as there is any need of sense gratification, just like bumblebees have interest in flowers as long as they have honey. Psychologically, it's natural. So, in this way, indirectly, they were trying, they were all trying to actually um, poke or not even, they were sarcastic about Krishna that, oh, Krishna might have sent you only for the parents, not for us, like that. Yes, Shanvita?
Is Krishna mostly interested in the past, present, or future?
You're asking whether Krishna is interested in past, present, or future? In which he is interested? Is it? Yeah, good question. Do you think Krishna can have past, present, and future? Any answers? Tanya, what do you think? Do you think Krishna have past, present, and future?
I think he's in all of them.
Yeah. Vihan, how about you? What do you think?
The same thing.
Same thing. Yeah.
No, but like, which is he mostly interested in? Like,
Hmm.
which one does he mostly like?
Yeah. I, uh, to my understanding, as far as I heard from the other senior devotees, for Krishna, no, there is nothing called past, present, and future. That means now because we have a material body, our body was something in the past, something in the present, and is going to be something in the future, isn't it? Right? Do you all agree? Because we are actually bound by time, and you all remember from whom time is coming. Is there anything such thing called time in the spiritual world? No, there is no such thing called time in the spiritual world. There will always eternally be in the present. Krishna, now if I say that sun has suns, now the sunset happened in America, but the sun rises in India, right? Can we say that that the sun is dead here or something like that? Can we tell that? No, right? I mean, sun is always there, isn't it? He's always present. He's always in one sense I'm trying to get to the point that one sense time is actually coming from Krishna. He's the creator of the time. That's called Kala Shakti. That Shakti is coming from Krishna, who is sleeping on the on the Karna ocean as Karno Daksha Vishnu. And in other sense, Krishna is actually will always be in the present. There is time cannot influence Krishna. Whatever Krishna wants to do, he can do. That's called Satya Sankalpa. He can, if I desire anything, does that happen? If Manasvi is thinking anything, does everything happen to what Manasvi thinks? No, right? Not at all. But for Krishna, whatever Krishna thinks, that just manifests because he's Satya Sankalpa. That's the potency of Krishna. Yeah. Yes, yes, Shanvita? Any follow-up question? You're on mute. You're not audible. You have a
Sorry,
hand
that
raised.
was network
Okay.
issue.
All right.
Are you like telling that like everything is the same for Krishna, past, present, and future?
Yeah, he'll always be in the present in one sense. And in other sense, there is no such thing called time in the spiritual world. They won't like how we are actually calculating time, right? The time is calculated when the sun on his chariot travels when he crosses one autumn. That's how the time is calculated in this material world. So there is no such thing called sun, moon in the spiritual world. They're self-illuminating. Now, does the earth illuminate by itself? Like how sun is illuminating? No, right? Unless and until the sunlight comes, the earth is pitch dark. And night also, there is no moon, the earth is pitch dark. Because the earth doesn't have that illuminating power by itself. It's actually getting that power either it's not actually getting it's just reflecting or it's just receiving that power from the sun or the moon, and that light that sun and the moon are having is coming from the spiritual world. The light that sun and moon have is the reflection of the spiritual world. That's how it's told. Okay, so so then so the gopis, they're trying to cite many examples telling that Krishna is no more interested in them. So he actually sent Uddhava only for their parents and not for them. And then one of the primary gopis, who is Srimati Radharani, she when she saw, she was actually in thoughts of Krishna. She was completely in thoughts of Krishna, and she began to talk to a bumblebee, and she thought that this bumblebee is actually the messenger of Krishna. So that's the picture that Vihan was showing earlier. That she started talking with the bumblebee, and she was overwhelmed from separation from Krishna. So she was thinking that this bumblebee was sent by Krishna. So the bumblebee is the messenger. So she started talking with the bumblebee. Bumblebee, you're accustomed to drinking honey from flower to flower, and therefore you have preferred to be the messenger of Krishna, who is of same nature as you. You can you can see I can see your mustaches, the reddish powder of kumkum, which was smeared on the garland of Krishna, right? So she's telling that, oh, I could see the red kumkum on your mustache. It's because of the garland, because Krishna's garland was having that reddish kumkum. See here she's Srimati Radharani, and the back there are gopis sitting with Uddhava. The Uddhava at the back, Uddhava is Krishna's associate who came, right? And we could not see bumblebee. We had see where is the bumblebee?
It doesn't show the bumblebee here.
They didn't show the bumblebee. See in the description, I think they should be showing a bumblebee.
In the description, it says that she would talk to a bumblebee, but it doesn't show a bumblebee.
Okay.
No,
So,
no, it's the flower.
Oh,
Super
yeah.
small.
Oh yeah. See, there is the bumblebee, right? Yeah. Thank you, Vihan. Yeah. So she's Srimati Radharani, one of the chief gopis of Krishna, and all the gopis are sitting with Uddhava. They were just curious to hear what Krishna has sent to them. And so Srimati Radharani, she was so absorbed in Krishna's thoughts, and she started talking with the bumblebee, thinking bumblebee is the messenger of Krishna. So she's telling, so you are like exactly like Krishna, and I could see on your mustache there is red kumkum, which is usually on the garlands of Krishna, right? And you feel very proud because you have been touched with a garland and your mustaches have become reddish. You have come here carrying the message for me, anxious to touch my feet. But my dear Bumblebee, let me warn you. Don't touch me. I don't want any messages from your unreliable master. You are the unreliable servant of an unreliable master. So she's so angry on Krishna that Krishna didn't come back. So she's telling to the Bumblebee, you're an unreliable servant to an unreliable master. It may be that it apparently seems that the Srimati Radharani is purposefully addressing the bumblebee sarcastically in order to criticize Uddhava, who came as a messenger, right? Krishna didn't come, and Krishna sent someone else to tell his message. And she's not very happy with that act of Krishna, that sending some other person to give some message to them. So she's like the other gopis, Srimati Radharani saw Uddhava's bodily features resemble Krishna's, but she also saw Uddhava as being equal to Krishna. Indirectly, she indicated that Uddhava was as unreliable as Krishna himself. Srimati Radharani wanted to give specific reasons why she was disappointed with Krishna and his messenger. She addressed the bumblebee. Your master Krishna is exactly like your quality. You sit down on the flower, after tasting a little honey, immediately you fly away and you sit on the other flower and taste. So as Krishna now, he left us and he went to Mathura, and he may be enjoying with the with the girls in Mathura. And now Krishna has become a town boy, so he would be enjoying with the town girls, right? So, and maybe they were, and she's also telling that Srimati Radharani is the one from whom all the goddesses of fortune, all the Lakshmis, right? Vishnu, Vishnu and Lakshmi, all the Lakshmis come from Srimati Radharani. So she's the embodiment of everything. She's called Adi Lakshmi, the first Lakshmi. He is Srimati Radharani, and from whom all the other goddesses come up. So whatever she's telling, she's just telling out of so much separation from Krishna. But she's actually the topmost Lakshmi, from whom actually everyone came, right? So that's Prabhupada is actually clarifying that so that we don't assume whatever we want, right? These pastimes are very sacred and at the topmost. It can be understood only to the devotees on the level of prema. We're just trying to please Prabhupada, just trying to read and please our spiritual master. But all these pastimes are so nectarian if you're heard by a pure devotee, and when we become a pure devotee, that gives us so much rasa, so much pleasure actually. But this is our smallest attempt to get there, right? So she's telling Bumblebee that I also know the goddess of fortune Lakshmi, who is always in the midst of lotus flower, is constantly engaged in Krishna's service. But I do not know how she has become so captivated by Krishna and why she is so much attracted to Krishna. Although she knows his actual character, maybe she's so much captivated by Krishna's sweet words that she cannot understand his real character. As far as we are concerned, we are more intelligent than the goddess of fortune. We are not going to be cheated anymore by Krishna or his messengers. According to experts' opinion, Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, is subordinate expansion of Srimati Radharani. As Krishna has innumerable expansions of Vishnu Murtis, so as the pleasure potency Radharani has innumerable expansions of goddesses of fortune. Therefore, the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi ji, is always eager to be elevated to the position of the gopis. So, but Lakshmi ji always aspires to be as the gopis, and Srimati Radharani is the topmost in the gopis. So Srimati Radharani, she continued, "You foolish bumblebee." Now Srimati Radharani, this is a conversation between Srimati and the bumblebee. She's telling, "You foolish bumblebee, you're trying to satisfy me and get a reward by singing the glories of Krishna, but it is a useless attempt. We gopis are bereft of all our possessions. We are away from our homes and families. We know very well about Krishna. We know even more than you. So whatever you make up about him will be old stories to us. Krishna is now in the city and is better and is better known as the friend of Arjuna. He now has many girlfriends who are no doubt very happy in his association. So she's telling, if you go there and glorify Krishna, then he may be pleased to reward you. You're just trying to pacify me by your behavior as a flatterer, and therefore you have put your head under my feet. But I know the trick you're trying to play. I know that you are the messenger coming from even a greatest tricks of Krishna. Therefore, please leave me. So she's telling that uh, she's just trying to make the point that Krishna has sent you. Krishna is actually enjoying nicely in Mathura, and so Krishna is not bothering much about us, and Krishna has sent you, right, as a messenger. And don't you may have fallen for Krishna's flattering words, But we are not here to get flattered by Krishna's words. We know about Krishna very well, so we don't want to get flattered. You better don't try to do all such things, right? And then I can understand that you're expert in reuniting two opposing parties, but at the same time, you must know that I cannot place my reliance upon you or nor upon your master Krishna. We left our husbands, children, and relatives only for Krishna, and yet he did not feel any oblation in exchange. At last, he left us for forlorn. Do you think that we can place our faith on him again? We know that Krishna cannot live for a moment without association of young women. That is his nature. He is finding difficulty in Mathura because there is no longer in the village among innocent cowherd girls. He is in aristocratic society and must be feeling difficulty in making friendship with the other young girls. Perhaps you have come here to canvass again or to take us there. So why should Krishna expect us to go there? So Radharani is asking that, oh, maybe Krishna wants us to go to Mathura. We don't want to go to Mathura. We want to be in Vrindavan. His wonderfully enchanting smile is so attractive, and the movements of his eyebrows are so beautiful that he can call for any woman from the heavenly, middle, and plutonic planets. Even Mahalakshmi, the goddess, the greatest of goddesses of fortune, hankers to render him some service. In comparison to the women of the universe, what are we? We are very insignificant. But Radharani she's actually in the highest platform. She's just talking all this, but she's the Adi Lakshmi. She's the first of among everyone. She's the best, right? We know very well about Krishna. He did this. So she's actually accusing Krishna that he when he was as Lord Ramachandra, he was so attached to Mother Sita that he cut the nose and ears of Surpanaka, Ravana's sister, right? And when he was and in his other previous birth, he was like Vaman Deva, and he actually took everything away from Bali Maharaj. So she's just trying to make the point that Krishna is doing this time and again with his devotees and with his people. In that sense, right? And she's telling, since Krishna is absolute, so his so-called unkind activities are relishable as his kind activities. Therefore, saintly persons and great devotees like the gopis cannot give up Krishna in any circumstances. Lord Chaitanya therefore prayed, Krishna, you're free and independent in all respects. You can either embrace me or crush me under your feet. Whatever you like. You may make me broken-hearted by not letting me see you throughout my whole life, but you are my object of love. So this is the highest. This is what Srimati Radharani is showing, that Asleshava padatam prinastu mam mahatam karotu va ita tatava vitadatulam tato matprananatastu sa eva paraha. In Shikshastakam, the 8th verse, it says that whatever you want to do, you can do with me, Krishna. But you are my master. So if you want to make me broken-hearted without coming in front of me, that's all right. Or if you want to come in front of me, that's all right. Whatever you want, you can do. But you are my worshipable master. You are my master, and I'm your servant. Right? That's the move. That's the highest level. That's so high. That's incomparably high. It's so high, right? And then Srimati Radharani continued that she said, no one should hear about Krishna, because as soon as a drop of nectar of his transcendental activities is poured into the ear, one immediately rises above the duality of attraction and rejection. Being completely freed from the contamination of material attachment, one gives up attachment for his material world, including family, house, wife, children, everyone, right? So she's just trying to make the point that she's upset with Krishna, and she's just trying to make the point that she cannot leave Krishna at any point. If whatever the things happen, or Krishna actually left them, right? Still, they're not able to stop thinking about Krishna. So that's the highest ecstasy that one can experience. I think it's time. We'll stop here and we'll continue in the next class. Okay. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Antipoda Vaishnava ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Gol, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.